Pew Research Center looked at the number of Asian immigrants in the country, and they found that Asian immigrants actually now surpass Hispanics.
Mm-hmm. So this is kind of a big deal. For a long time, our perception has been that, the Latinos are coming, and it was justified because, in fact, in 2007 there was over 500,000 Latinos coming into the country, and not as many Asians. They were winning by a couple 100,000 or so. Now Asians have passed, and part of the reason for that is that with Mexico we're at net zero immigration. A lot of people are leaving, actually. Some of the immigrants that have come without documents are going back because the economy sucks so much. And so they can't get jobs, so they go back. And a lot of the people have stopped coming, honestly, partly because our deportation policy is a little tougher, right? It's a little harder to get across the border, but mainly because our economy sucks. So why bother going through all that risk if there isn't much reward? So, but whereas Asian immigrants are coming through different means, sometimes for different purposes.
So let me just give you the numbers first, and I'll explain to you why we're seeing a huge jump in the amount of Asian immigrants. It's really interesting. So in 2010, which is the year that the Pew Research Center looked at, they found that there were 430,000 Asian immigrants, or 36% of all new immigrants. However, when they looked at Hispanic immigrants, they saw that it was only 31% Hispanic. So that's a really interesting number. And what they found was that in the U.S., we are moving from manufacturing jobs to technology jobs. And a lot of these Asian immigrants will either invest $500,000 into some sort of technology company, and as a result, their citizenship is sped up, right?
And they come. You come in with a little bit of money, all of a sudden things get sped up real quick.
So that's one way that they do it. However, the second way that they do it is the most interesting. They're educated, they're skilled in technology, they will come here as foreign exchange students, and they'll get PhDs in engineering, for instance. And of course, they remain here in the United States and they take these highly skilled jobs. And that's the reason why we're seeing an increase.
Right. Now, of course, these are all generalizations. They're backed up by the numbers because there are a higher percentage of, you name it, whether it's engineers or PhDs, technology workers, et cetera, within the Asian community, but obviously it doesn't apply to the whole Asian community. And as we told you on last Friday's show, there's actually a really high number of Latino engineers in the country now, too. Among the engineering graduate students, I believe it was something along the lines of 36% are Latino. It was, a really solid number. So,
and among Asians, let me give you the specific numbers because I found this really fascinating. Asian students, both foreign-born and U.S.-born, earned plurality, 45% of all engineering PhDs in 2010, as well as 38% of doctorates in math and computer sciences, and 33% of doctorates in the physical sciences.
If there's so many Asian and Latino engineers, you know what that tells me? We don't have very many white and black engineers in the country. Okay, apparently they've locked it down. So it's interesting. And then not all the Asian communities do better in school or with poverty rates, but a lot do. And in fact, I think the Indian community, South Asians, are unbelievable when it comes to education. I believe about 70% have a college degree, which is...
People from India are most likely to have a college degree, 70%.
That's a gigantic number. What's the number for the rest of the population?
The share of Asian Americans who hold at least a bachelor's degree surpasses the national average, 49% to 28%.
So national average is 28, Asians is 49, Indians is 70%. So then are you surprised that they're getting some of the, high-skilled, high-paying jobs? Of course not, because they have more education. So the lesson I would get from that is maybe we should go in that direction, right? Whatever community you're from.
These numbers are going to only get worse, not better. Worse meaning there'll be more and more Asian immigrants coming here.
Oh boy, that is worse. Ooh.
Taking jobs that are high-paying, the best jobs here in the U.S., and here's why. These Asian countries, they value education immensely. They pour their resources into it. The government does, the families do, and these kids are highly educated and highly motivated. What are we doing here in the U.S.? We cut education every single year. There's no way they're going to compete. Going forward another 20, 30, 50 years, all these top jobs will be held by foreigners, probably mostly Asian Americans, because we are not investing in our own youth, in our own places here. It is a colossal shame and a disgrace.
you know, when I was going to school at some of the top schools, you'd look around, you'd see Indians as far as the eye could see, okay? And I said, well, I guess in 20 years, all the executives will be Indians. And now you look around, a lot of the executives are Indians, okay? And, you know, you have it in Silicon Valley, where, you know, it's totally different than the rest of the country. You go to Silicon Valley, so many of the top executives are Indian, right? But then all of a sudden now on Wall Street, some of the guys who got put away, by the way, were, you know, Sri Lankan and Indian, et cetera. And then, I mean, it's happening. Now, you might not see it in your local town, but believe me, in the places where they're making the most money, they're not coming, they've already arrived.